Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, the land of tourists and traffic. But stay tuned, I've got some video for you where we're not sitting around in traffic. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Get Out and Ride. It is day number 4 of the Appalachia trip, and as you can see here, I am back out on the beautiful Foothills Parkway. It's a different section than what I rode yesterday, and if you didn't catch yesterday, you can go back and watch that video. I'll put a link to it in the description down below. And I am this time heading back south from Knoxville, heading down back into North Carolina, and going to make a stop in Maggie Valley, where I can go to the Wheels of Time Motorcycle Museum and see all the incredible machines that they have restored there. And then I'm basically making another big loop that's going to take me back up into Knoxville, and this time I will come back across the Blue Ridge Parkway and check out the scenery there. So it's another beautiful day. Really looking forward to it. Yesterday was fantastic riding. Like I said, if you haven't seen it yet, you can go click on the link below and check out the video. I really kind of got to thinking about it when I was back in Knoxville last night having dinner. Yesterday was really the hardest day of work I've ever put in on a motorcycle. You know, just because of all of the constant curves and switchbacks and elevation changes, there's a lot going on. It wasn't so easy as just sit back and relax and go straight down the road. But it was a fantastic time. I really enjoyed it. Probably the only time I've ever had to put more work in on a vehicle would be like when I take quads up into the Rocky Mountains. That gets very involved. Also an excellent time, but a little bit different than a motorcycle. But still, really incredible day of riding, and I'm really looking forward to today. As you can see, it's already amazing. I'm really enjoying it. So I'm going to go ahead and keep riding here, heading down towards Maggie Valley. I'm going to go ahead and switch over and let you watch some of the footage from today, and I'll check back in with you a little bit later. everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed day 4. I had another amazing day of riding. It was about another 200-mile day. I'm on Chapman Highway right now, just north of Pigeon Forge. I just got out of Pigeon Forge, heading back to Knoxville for the night. Wow, Pigeon Forge at 5:30 in the afternoon. Quite the nightmare. Quite the nightmare. Looks like a really fun place to stay, you know, on a vacation. Lots of fun stuff to do. But wow, that main drag going through there, because I came out of Smoky Mountain National Park, which kind of dumps you right into Pigeon Forge if you take the bypass. And wow, that was rough. Kind of picture the Las Vegas Strip on a Saturday night, driving through that. Very similar, just a little bit less liquor and hookers, I think. It might be the same quantity, I don't know. I didn't check, but it's a pretty busy place. So it took me a while to get through there, but I'm moving now. I've only got about 20 miles left to get back into Knoxville. But otherwise, it was a great day. I-40 through North Carolina, that was great. I hope you saw some of that footage. It does not look like your typical interstate. I mean, there's tons of scenery, there's nice curves on it. You can pick up some speed and kind of have some fun in the curves. That was a really fun interstate. I take back some of the bashing that I've done previously on how awful the interstates are, because that one is awesome. I have no problem riding on 40 through North Carolina. But otherwise, getting down through Wheels of Time, I loved that museum. I hope you enjoyed some of the pictures. If you haven't been yet, please visit it if you're at all into motorcycles. I know plenty of people that have been there, and they just raved about it, and rightfully so. It's just an amazing, amazing place. So I had a good time, met some great people there too. Obviously, tons of bikes parked there. Everybody's flying in on their motorcycles, so I met a whole bunch of other people riding. Spent some time talking to a group of guys from Tupelo, Mississippi, which was a lot of fun, because they kind of asked, oh, Chicago, you know where Tupelo is? Matter of fact, I do, sir. I drove through Tupelo on this bike back in July on the Natchez Trace Parkway. So it was a good time, and they were very interested in checking out the new Goldwing as well. But after that, I ended up going out of Maggie Valley, which is where Wheels of Time is, and I jumped on the Blue Ridge Parkway, which quite possibly was one of my favorite roads so far on this trip, because it's very similar to kind of the Foothills Parkway, and maybe a little bit sort of like scenery wise sections of the Tail of the Dragon, but the radius of the curves is a little bit larger than some of those other roads, which basically means you can carry a lot more speed into those curves, and it just makes for a lot more fun experience and a lot less work, because you're not having to do all of the braking and nonsense getting ready for curves and doing all in trail braking and everything like that. But the Blue Ridge Parkway was amazing. I think as of right now, I'm going to say that was probably one of my favorite roads on this trip so far. And I did that so that once you get off the Blue Ridge Parkway, I ended up at the entrance to Smoky Mountain National Park, and so I took 441 up through Smoky Mountain National Park, and you saw some of that footage there. Part of it, the section where all the tourists were gawking at the couple of elk that were feeding, that was kind of cool. I don't know if it justified all those people pulling off to the side of the road to stare at them. But that's the one comment I would have. The ride up 441 going through Smoky Mountain is great. The scenery is fantastic. And again, you get up to those higher altitudes like I did yesterday, where right now it's 90 degrees. It was only about 70 degrees up there. It was amazing riding up there. The only downside though is obviously there is a lot of traffic through there. And not just motorcycle traffic, a lot of four-wheeler traffic, all the tourists in their cars and stuff. But it's not a bad thing. You saw probably in some of my footage where I was kind of behind cars for sections of it. It wasn't terrible. I would have liked to have had my own section of road like I've had on a lot of this trip, but I can deal with it. The scenery, I think, more than made up for the inconvenience of having to be behind a bunch of cars. So if you're ever in that area, whether you're on a bike or in a car, take the drive through Smoky Mountain National Park and stop along the way and get out, look around at some stuff. It's just, the scenery is breathtaking. Absolutely enjoyed it. But otherwise, it's been a great day. It's going to end up being about another 200-mile day, similar to yesterday, but by the time I'm back in Knoxville. And tomorrow we get into day 5, where I'll be heading out of Knoxville and making my way through North Carolina again, into Virginia, and then ultimately up into West Virginia, where I'm going to join some friends to have some fun for a Saturday night. But anyway, it's been a great day. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to end this video, and we'll call it a day for day number 4. And again, if you haven't, go ahead and click that thumbs up button down below so you can go ahead and like this. And also, if you haven't yet, go ahead and click the subscribe button so that YouTube keeps you informed of new videos posting. But until then, I will hopefully get another video out tomorrow. I've got a lot going on when I get to West Virginia, so odds are I may not actually be able to get a video done tomorrow, but I'll get to it eventually, I promise. It just may be a little delayed. But until then, get out there and ride, be safe, take care everybody. See ya.